So you're ready to cut down your drinking. You're looking to minimize. We're looking to, technically, we call it harm minimization. So, okay, let's start. But well, firstly, kudos to you. Good on you for being honest, taking full accountability, and realizing that for your health, for your brain health, for your liver, for your kidney, for your whole body, for how you feel every day, for your happiness, you're looking to minimize how much you're drinking to have a healthier lifestyle. And also, what we also talk about is not just healthier, but also a happier lifestyle, because we take away any shame, lying, fear that might be there as well. So let's look at the action plan of how you actually cut down. Now, my recommendation is, because if you are drinking quite a bit and you want to cut down your drinking, it can be a big change, a really big change that requires new neurological patterning. It requires you working with your nervous system. I would firstly recommend a specialist, but you're not, if you're just running with these, so DM me. Okay, first thing out of the way. If you are looking to just watch these videos and find the answer and you don't have the financial resources, then I'm going to give you as much as I possibly can without, having one-on-one time with me. So if you're looking to cut down your drinking, firstly, what you need to do is you need a plan. So literally get pen to paper, write down the occasions where you tend to drink too much and when you tend to get out of control. Right, and I want you to start keeping a diary of your drinking habits and also really look at the patterns around when you lose control. Now, that is the prefrontal cortex going offline and that executive functioning not working, but we're not talking about long-term sobriety now or the neurology of addiction. We want to just really look at the practical steps of how you cut down. So you're keeping a diary, looking at when you drink too often, when you lose control, and looking at what the combination of factors are that all come together to lead to the nights where it all gets a little bit, a bit crazy, a little bit nuts. So we're looking to avoid those. So you're getting the pen to paper, you're looking at when you're drinking. You need to make some rules for yourself around when you're going to drink and how much you're going to drink, because we need to be able to stick to these. If you can stick to these, then you don't need to get sober. If you can get your drinking under control and keep it under control, then you don't need to look at long-term sobriety. That's your solution. But I'll be really honest with you. If you have to control your drinking, it has a level of control over you. So there is an issue that we're dealing with. If we're going to be really honest with ourselves, there is an issue. But if you've caught it early enough before the physiological and the psychological addiction have actually changed the neurology, then we've got a chance of you going back to normal drinking and drinking like a normal person. But if you're not able to stick to these rules, then there's been a change in the neurology and sobriety is the only option. But we're going for the option now that you're just looking to cut down. So ideally, if we look at national health standards, we're going to say 1 drink a day is normal, but let's be realistic, what actually works with your lifestyle. There might be drinking that comes with client visits, with, even your social life, your dating, your romantic life, your love life, whatever it is. Let's just look at something that's realistic for you. So is it that you only drink Friday and Saturday nights? That you only drink 3 or 4 drinks? Now, to do that, you want to be really mindful about the drinks that you're drinking. Like, choose something that you enjoy and be really present and in the moment when you're drinking it. Do drink water before. Don't drink when you're really hungry. Try and drink as much water before as you can, but really be very planned, very intentional, very mindful about when you're drinking and how much you're going to drink. Have a plan. If you're going to need to leave, never get on a boat trip. Just 101, one thing that I've certainly learned. Never get on a boat trip. Never get somewhere where you can't get away. So you're giving yourself, say, a 3-month period of sticking to some rules around not drinking. And you're keeping a diary that really looks at when you've lost control and reflecting on why you've lost control. Now, there's going to be a superficial reason around, like, oh, super stressed at work, was really triggered around my, limiting beliefs that I'm not worthy or I'm not lovable. I felt alone when I was dumped, when I lost the job, when I lost the client. There's going to be these superficial reasons, but there's going to be a deeper psychological reason that also is why you're pathologically self-soothing. But if you're able to, and this is a great point of self-reflection and honesty and just looking at yourself in context of the world and personal growth. And if you are someone who is looking to minimize their drinking, then I'm assuming you're on a growth trajectory. So this is all really valuable information, really valuable lessons. But really the important thing is getting this plan and being able to stick to it for a minimum of 6 months. Now, ideally 3 months, but we can do somewhere between minimum 3 months, ideally 6 months. And let's see how you go with sticking to this plan. Because we're going to do another plan. If this one doesn't work, we're going to do a plan for stopping drinking. And I'm going to give you some really good strategies there around how you naturally get dopamine, how you deal with that dopamine deficit that happens if you've been a big drinker and stopped suddenly. And we're going to look at really how working with the vagus nerve, the nervous system, how we work with our own system to find calm and safety, and how we develop those new neural pathways and new habits. But if you're just dipping your toe in the water here, the first thing is just writing yourself some really nice a really nice outline for what healthy drinking looks like, and giving yourself 3 months, ideally 6, to stick to this plan and strategy. If you're not able to, I'm going to give you a plan to stop drinking.